Right then, so what we're going to look at real quick is how to play, well, what scales to play with what mode. Now the modes, the most basic modes obviously are the major, which is the Ionian, or the first major if you're in like Nashville or whatever, and the natural minor mode, which is the sixth one, which is the Aeolian. The other modes, obviously, you've got the Dorian, the Mixolydian, the Phrygian, the Lydian, and whatever. So what I do is, as a rule, if you're playing the two major ones, well, the main ones rather, the ones that most songs are made out of, the major and the natural minor, there's a rule I use called a 1-4-5 rule, which is, if you're starting on the G and your song contains the fourth, 2, 3, 4, which is also a major, and the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is also a major there, if the 1, 4 and 5 are all major, then you've got a standard normal everyday major key. Now if on the other hand the 1-4-5 are minor, then you've got a standard everyday natural minor key, so you play your normal for minor and whatever for major. If it isn't a 1-4-5, then it's got to be one of the other modes. Now let's quickly, if it's major, there's three different modes for major. There's the normal first major, which is the Ionian, which is your everyday do, re, mi, fa, sol type major. There's the Lydian, which is on the fourth, and there's the Mixolydian, which is on the fifth. By the way, this is for grade 5 and above for RGT, so you should know them by now. When you do the patterns for these scales, you can learn the patterns themselves. Obviously the Lydian, Mixolydian with the flattened fifth, the other two and whatnot, and like the minor ones as well, which we'll come to in a minute. But what I do is I do this little trick. Now then, think about where your relative minor is. Say you're in B. You go down all your fingers to your first finger, and that's where your relative minor is. In this case, G sharp. So B major, relative minor, G sharp. Do another one for C. C major, relative minor, A. Okay. So if you go by that rule I just mentioned, where the major is 1-4-5 and the minor is 1-4-5, then you can quite easily see, for example, where all your chords are going to be. So I could play in C major, go down to E minor, D minor, A minor, F major, G major, and if you're going to do it, you've got B diminished. So if you've got a key, you've got a song that goes from, let's say, I don't know, F major down to E minor, you've got an F major there, the only instance where a major goes down one semitone to a minor is if you're starting on the fourth major. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got that major there, to that minor there. So if your chord progression does that, then you know obviously that you're playing in Lydian mode. So you play the Lydian. Another one we'll do just quickly. If you're playing, say, in this case on the G down to the F to the C, then you're playing a major down 2 to a major and then up to another major. Obviously that is going to be the key of C major, even though you're starting on the G there. Let's have a look. I'll tell you what, Mixolydian song is common. Alabama. That's a D to a C to a G. Now most people play a D blues or try to. Obviously it doesn't work. The actual song itself, funnily enough, is in E minor. Now why is it in E minor? Because the D, C, G, or D, C, G means that we're in G major. And the relative minor is E minor. So what does that mean? That means pretty much that when you're not doing the exam, most people actually find the easiest shape to play. So we'll take that for an example in the E, D to the A. So if you're doing E major, you would play, we're in A major there, D, So you play F sharp minor, so go. Sort of thing, right. So I'll do more about this later, but basically what you're looking at is the 1-4-5 rule. If they're all the same type of chord, major or minor, then you're in a normal major or minor. And if it's not that, you look first at what sort of chord it is. If it's a major chord, it's going to be either the normal major, the Lydian, or the mixed Lydian. If it's a minor, it's going to be relative minor, Dorian, or Phrygian. Just very quickly look at the Phrygian one. The Phrygian starts on the third. So if you're playing the Phrygian, your next semitone up would be a major. The next semitone will be another major, in this case it would be the dominant. Or down here. Or your Spanish E. Actually playing all the notes of C major there if you think about it. Right, we'll leave that for now, and good luck, and if you've got any problems, then email me and I'll try not to help you. I'll try to help you.